Coming up today on This Is True Really News, the Flathead Beacon Police Blotter.
Just a week.
Huh?
That's the one thing I look forward to when I'm working these 17 days a week, 27 hours a day.
Even the Beatles only worked 8 days a week.
They were lazy Brits.
Like,
Socialists.
Like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News.
No, Vlad, I'm teasing. Okay, I don't need a lesson.
Because you're wrong. You know, with him talking to you, he's almost French.
Is he going to taunt me again?
Maybe.
I think I'm the French one because the mom is not, there's no letter missing. If you didn't put an extra letter in there, you got mom.
Mom. Remember that we did a story about the girl who was doped up after getting her wisdom teeth out, and she could only say "mom, mom." No, that was wonderful stuff. If you like this kind of crap, please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. We would love to have you here. Please
and
comment.
Get an appointment with your doctor.
Good, bad, or indifferent, we don't care. And it's really hard to hurt our feelings. We're just that stupid. Also, send stories.
I prefer to think of us as being that thick. It's just more polite than stupid. I don't say stupid because that's a bad word nowadays.
That's very nice.
So we're
that thick. This is good. I like this.
Or not right in the head.
If you got a story for us, TITR at netradio.network.
Thank you.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
According to KTV...
Are you all right?
You know, I was so ready to just zip off into the story and no more nonsense. And yes, I believe what I had was what we would have called in the old days walking pneumonia.
And the boogie woogie flu.
Did not have the boogie woogie flu. Did not want to boogie and or woogie at any point while this was happening. KTVX-TV reported in June that snow in the mountains of Utah was, we did this, turning pink and orange? Didn't we?
No, I don't recall this at all.
Oh, all right. Let me start again. KTVX-TV reported in June that snow in the mountains of Utah is turning pink, red, and orange. Scientists have a term for that.
It's pink, red, and orange.
See, you would think, but they're very classy. It's watermelon snow. Pink, red, orange. I don't know. The hell do I look like?
Well, ask Lucille or Martin Luther. One of those two.
Lucille's looking at Luther, and they're both going,
no.
They do that whenever we work. I don't understand that. Experts say the colored snow results from blooming green algae. Pink, red, and orange from blooming green algae, which is, of course, found in abundance on the... I don't know.
I wish I knew. This is
for one, it's Utah. Who knows? It's a little different there.
Them Mormons do things differently, don't they?
The snow algae, says Scott Hodling, an assistant professor at Utah State University's Department of Watershed Sciences. Could you Google that for me? I want to know how many universities have watershed sciences, and I'm betting it's going to be more than one. Where was I now? The snow algae produces a pigment that basically darkens their cells. So the algae turns color, in essence, to protect itself from the evil algae predators. A young visitor said the snow turned his shoe orange, which he thought was pretty cool. And his mom's going, that's going to wash out, right?
Yeah, right.
Please tell me it's going to wash out. Come on, the kid goes through shoes at light speed already.
Utah State University, ESS Science Energy.gov.
Yeah, see, so it's a thing.
UC Davis, Colorado State.
Hey, Michelle, UC Davis. She was out there for a while.
Colorado State at the graduate
even in
school.
Northern California are a little bit
weird.
Okay. Now, your words, not mine.
Different colors.
Yep.
Flathead Beacon Police Blotter, 9:30 a.m. Yeah.
Let me just, okay.
You're allowing it to wash over you?
Just absorbing.
9:30 a.m. Someone called to complain that the line of people outside the food bank was too long and blocking traffic. We'll send officers straight over to start the beatdowns.
Yeah, I'm going to fix that puppy right up. Quickly, get them to the cages.
10:17 a.m. A man walking down the street with a white sheet over his head, carrying a metal rasp and a cross, was just blessing people.
A metal what?
Metal rasp.
What's
file.
a metal what?
Rasp file. A file. And they can be pretty big. Yeah.
Okay.
And he had a cross.
And he was blessing them.
He was advised to bless people without the rasp in his hand.
That'd probably be better.
He did apologize for frightening anyone.
Yep. Well, he was carrying a cross. He probably should.
1:22 p.m. A man napping in his car was sleeping with his eyes open, which was freaking out passersby.
Hang on. Was he breathing?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Good. I've seen this too often in movies.
When I look at that, I keep thinking, and me without a pocket mirror. 3:02 p.m. In retaliation for being fired, a man popped his former... What?
You without a pocket mirror. Do you want the pocket mirror to show him what he looks like?
No.
Or are you trying to angle the sun into his eyes?
No, I want him to breathe on it.
Oh.
Fog it up, see?
See, that's the difference between you and I. You're looking out for his welfare, and I'm trying to blind him.
Dead people can't fog a mirror. You understand that, right?
Sure.
3:02 p.m. In retaliation for being fired, a man... Well, not once they're dead. 3:02 p.m.
So never.
Yeah, never.
I put a thought of that.
3:02 p.m. In retaliation for being fired, a man popped his former boss's tires. Seems to me we should have done that once or twice.
I can think of at least 3 sets of tires that should have gone.
3. Yeah, but you pulled me off that guy.
4 sets of tires.
3:26 p.m. After being... What?
I think 5 would be my limit.
5 would be your limit?
Yep.
Okay. Would you go after Searle?
6?
3.
No, I wouldn't, because Alan was just a puppet of the
regime
ruling class.
3:26 p.m. After being confronted by law enforcement about her dogs repeatedly pooping in neighboring yards, a woman said it was excusable behavior because one was a puppy and the other's a service dog. ASPCA is backing her, I suppose. 10:03 p.m. 3 youths who were ding-dong ditching houses told officers that stopped them they were definitely not playing ding-dong ditch. As you can imagine, that didn't make it.
I was going to say, well, never mind then. I did not shoot him to death, but you've got the gun in your hand, the gun is smoking, and you're standing over the body. But I didn't do it. Well, okay then.
Yeah, my hand did it. I didn't.
Get out of here. Remember The Price is Right? I used to watch that a lot. I watched some of it with Bob Barker until I found out he was an animal loon. Then I watched it a few times with Drew, but now I just basically can't get up that early. Henry Choi, Price is Right contestant, went home with more than a trip to Hawaii on the episode that aired in the middle of June. If you know what I'm talking about, if you guys watched this.
Yeah, I did. I have no idea what you're talking about.
According to the LA Times, Choi threw his arms up and pumped his fists as he was called on stage, then leapt into the air and pounded his chest. And afterward, he could be seen holding his right arm and trying to stretch it out. Later in the show, fast forward, Mr. Carey drew to his friends, explained that Choi had apparently dislocated his shoulder. Do you know what happens when you dislocate your shoulder?
Shoulder comes out of the socket.
Yep, and your ears fold over and your eyes want to bleed.
Yes, very much.
Pretty much. And not that I know this from personal experience, except that I do. Damn. So anyway, Choi's wife, Alice, was called up to spin the wheel for him during the Showcase Showdown. Apparently that is acceptable because she was on the list of acceptable replacements in case of shoulder separation due to exuberant cheering.
That's in the rules.
I don't know. It's their game. They can do whatever the hell they want. So for the Showcase Showdown, she spun the wheel, and then he won. And meekly lifted his left arm, the uninjured one. Because, if you get both of them separated, that's going to be a tough trip to the doctor.
Exactly. You can't even put on your own seatbelt.
No, and they're going to have a hard time getting your shirt off.
Oh, they'd cut it.
And yeah. Alice did jump up and wave her arms, though. And she listened to Drew, who said, "Don't hurt yourself." She did not.
So this guy
How
won a trip to Hawaii,
Yeah.
and the emergency room.
And the all in one, just
Wow.
for one simple trip to Los Angeles.
How lucky can you get?
This is the land of stupid people. But he was lucky. So
Yeah,
sure.
for
I'm not
him.
saying he was stupid,
Yeah,
but I
he
do
was
want to
just-
know how the hell hard you have to cheer to dislocate a shoulder. I had to get hit while throwing a football by a large person, which did it, by the way.
Yeah, and I didn't. It wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
No.
And then the next day I had
Who
to go
was
to work.
it? Carl?
No, it was my young life leader. Anyway,
Oh, great.
and it wasn't a bad thing. He was trying to. It was a two-hand touch,
Yeah.
and he kind of slapped at me and caught it in the right spot. And the next day, I'm back at work at the radio station, and the board was set up for right-handers.
Oh, tough day.
It was It was K-Mom. You know that. You were
Yep.
there. Yeah.
I remember.
They almost cut off my favorite T-shirt or sweatshirt, which was like 120 years old, had the sleeves torn off.
Was that the
No,
yellow
you-
one? The yellow one, right?
It was the washed out weird blue color.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it looked almost like a vest thing.
Yeah, you had a lot of stuff that was pretty ratty in the day.
Yeah, I did. I
Until
still
Mike
do.
talked to you.
Yeah, you can't wear that at work. I bet I can. You can't wear that.
Boy, that sounds like a conversation between you two. So
I know
here's
you're so picky about it. It didn't really have holes in it except for the arms and head.
a first person story.
Sprayed a little.
First person story about the
Oh.
police.
You're the first person to tell me this police story.
My daddy was an Oklahoma highway patrolman for almost 20 years.
How long?
Almost 20 years.
I'll be jiggered.
Things were different when he was an officer. Almost every Friday night, there was a drunk man, Sam, that Daddy and his partner would pick up on the side of a particular highway and take him to the local jail. He's kind of like the guy on the Andy Griffith show.
Otis?
Yeah, I'd let Otis out in the morning and he could
Yep.
go back to work. One Friday night, just after Sam had been picked up, there was an emergency call. Sam usually passed out. So Daddy and his partner headed in the direction of the call, in hot pursuit, as they would say. Out of the blue, Sam sat up in the back seat, took a look at the speedometer, which was excessive, and slurs, "Hey, if you'll slow down to 90, I'll get out and walk to jail."
Just be easier.
Just be safe.
Safer.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.